Well, hello for everyone. Good morning and welcome back after a few days off from the F1 2020 or the goodbye F1 2020 Sprint Mode Championship. This is part 10, so it's the second half of season 5. Once this episode's all done with, we are officially halfway through this season. F1 2021 is now out. If you bought the digital deluxe version, so that is the more expensive version of the game on pre-download, it would have been downloaded and installed onto your PlayStation or Xbox One midnight last night. So there are now a lot of videos and streams going around of people playing F1 2021. I'm in no rush just yet. The game probably has some issues with it, although I've heard nothing so far, but give it probably by the time the weekend, once everyone's pretty much played every aspect of the career mode, the games, online, offline, everything like that, there will be issues, there always is, so I'm in no rush yet. Probably, maybe this time next week we'll pick up the game, something like that, and I'll start doing some offline stuff just to see how the game is. But for now, I'm heavily invested in getting this Sprint Mode Championship done. So, Austria at the A1 ring, or A1 ring, wow, I'm showing the age. The Red Bull ring used to be called the A1 ring 20 years ago. We've got a message here. I'll just hide cash balance. Right, we need to know exactly where we stand coming into this episode, because it has been a few days. Facilities, right. It's either aero or chassis, because powertrain, personnel and marketing are now done. R&D, progress history. Okay, we're now on paper the best team. Everyone else is starting to close slowly back up. The back three are still a long way away. Results this season have gone quite poorly, and 8th place at Zandvoort is all we've got to show. In terms of performance, powertrain department is done completely. Aerodynamic is done. We have to get to spec 3 before we can do them 3 final upgrades. And the chassis department is done. We have to get to spec 3 before we can get all them done as well. So in terms of upgrades for the remainder of the season, there will be no more. That is it. This is the best will be this season compared to all the other cars around us before they start doing things. We've got 21 million in the bank. We're going to need probably about 60 million to get spec 3 on one of the departments and re-sign Mick Schumacher. Vehicle, we can now make the change onto units number 2. So we can do that as it's now the beginning of a second episode, and then we can change our gearbox after Austria, because if we do it now we take a 10th place grid penalty. As for corporate, a couple of sponsors going to run out. Vacanziero and Zanzer will probably stay with them because these 4 are all pretty good as well. Earned 15 Constructors Championship points in this season. We've smashed that courtesy of Mick Schumacher, so a gold bonus of 16 million will be coming in. So we need 40 million. 16 million already, 25 million left for the rest of the season. We'll probably get about 15 million from prize money. We're looking good. We're looking very good. As for contracts, there's Mick Schumacher's stats on the right hand side. 11 million it's going to be to get him back in as well. His stats creeping up quite nicely. Hopefully his experience and his pace will go into, well, hopefully his experience will be 50 and his pace will be 90, maybe even his racecraft be 80 by the end of his season. Driver market, we know that there's no Lewis Hamilton on this list, so I'm expecting an email at some point to maybe say about his impending retirement. And finally the standings, then you can see that Verstappen leads the championship very comfortably ahead of Albon in 2nd. Mick Schumacher now up to 3rd thanks to a string of good results. We are unfortunately down in 14th. As for the team, 4th place, looking quite good, slowly pulling away from Ferrari and McLaren. Might be able to do a bit of work on AlphaTauri towards the end, but we're going to need me scoring some good points as well. If you look there then, since the season started, Mick started with a 12th, and we had the massive powertrain upgrade, a 3rd, a 3rd, a 5th and a 3rd. As for us, a retirement at Australia, a 12th at Bahrain, last at China, an 8th at Zandvoort, and then a 14th at Spain. Not great for us. Trophies, rivalry, which we're going to lose to Leclerc, and our driver details as well. So that is everything now up to date, so we can head into Austria. My favourite circuit on the game. We've done well before here in the past, and now this part of the season onwards, we've got Austria, we've got the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, we've got the Italian Grand Prix at Monza, and then we've got Mexico and Brazil to round off the season and the episode. I'm going to set myself a personal target of 25 points in 5 races. So it might be a tall order, but I think if we can score 25 points, I think I'll be happy. Of course, I'd like a bit more than that. Austria will be the first test to really see where we're at. Of course, our qualifying still needs a little bit of work on, but we are slowly getting better at that. It's just unfortunate that for whatever reason, the AI just seems so OP now this season. We are really struggling, even though the powertrain department is now completely maxed out. We're still struggling in a straight line a little bit compared to the AI, but now we're moving into the second half of the season where the better tracks are for me. Hopefully we can start to slowly creep up that driver standing, score some more points, improve the acclaim, get some more prize money, some more resource points, everything else like that to help us for an end of season push. Okay, so one shot's wet, but the race is dry. Okay, that's disappointing. So we'll skip to FP3. We'll check the messages in the R&D screen once we get back before FP3. So it's a shame that qualifying is wet. So it's going to be a bit tricky for us, but nevertheless, we'll try our best to secure a decent grid position. But you might have to go a hell for leather in the race. 5 laps around Austria will happen very, very quickly. It'll be interesting as well to see just how quick we are. At some point, I think we might do a lap time under a minute. The car's heavily maxed out now at this point. There's not a lot left that needs to be done. I think there's 3 upgrades in the aerodynamic department. We've got a little upgrade coming from Mercedes in a few months' time, and we've also got 6 upgrades of varying degrees, minor, majors, and ultimates over in the chassis department as well. So I reckon the car's probably, if you don't include the durability department, I reckon we're about 85% maxed out. So there's not a lot left to do. So messages, weekend preview, weather forecast, development update, high cash balance. So nothing yet about new season regulations, nothing yet about any impending driver retirement. So another little upgrade there that we've had from somewhere. I'm not too sure where that's come from. We've got 5 upgrades over here left on the chassis department. Did we have another one to do? I don't think we did. Okay, I'm a little bit unsure there. It might have been an upgrade that arrived between Spain and Austria. I'm not too sure, but okay, fair enough. AlphaTauri, we've had a big jump. They've now overtaken Red Bull. Ferrari have had a little upgrade. McLaren have had a big upgrade as well. Nothing from Renault, little one from Racing Point. So yeah, it's slowly starting to close up with the top 8 even more. Williams have had a big upgrade, so they're making a bit of a push, and Alfa Romeo are starting to catch up. Haas, right? Okay, enough of that. Let's get into FP3. We'll do 2 practice programs here, hopefully get them done in quick succession, and then move on to the one-shot qualifying, which is going to be difficult in what looks like intermediate conditions. Just hope that we can secure a decent grid position somewhat. Okay, setup. We know we've got an Austria one. Excuse me as I sneeze. Okay, fuel management. I'll do that one straight away. Fuel in EOS should be relatively easy to do. Bit overcast, but at least it's dry. It's the main thing. Believe it or not, yesterday morning, the new... Oh, hello. Yeah, tells you everything. The new daily races dropped for GTSport, and it's a game that I sometimes play, but pretty much offline now these days. And believe it or not, we've got Group 2 races at Austria. So it feels a bit weird being here again. And it might take a lap or 2 just to get used to it again. That was a little bit scrappy, wasn't it? But I'm sure we'll manage. Take the straights here. Okay, we're going to have to go again, that's fine. This lap should be better. Now I know what I'm doing. It's weird going from one game to another but on the same circuit. Instantly a second up inside the delta when we were struggling before. Nice. 103.7. Probably go quicker than that. Okay, ERS. Yep, start the flying lap. Thought I'd already pressed it, but never mind. Oh, it started to rain. That's annoying. Oh. Okay, hopefully he stays dry enough. Target times are 109.7, which is 6 seconds slower than we managed on the fuel run. And Hamilton ahead of us is out on intermediate tyres, so... Nah, we're bollocks. We're bollocks. It's not happening. Okay, forget it. Just one practice programming. I think we end the session fastest because it's now wet. I swear it said dry. Well, the session started dry, so yeah, we ended fastest. Mick was fastest on the intermediate conditions, so that's promising. Okay. Yeah, okay. Whatever. It is what it is. Don't really know our pace, to be honest with you. Maybe I could have done a practice program in the intermediates just to see if we are on the pace or not, but don't matter. Let's just push on. Sprint Mode Championship for a reason. We don't want to hang around. Get these races and seasons done. It's nice to be fastest. I think it's the first time I'm being fastest in any session ever on this career mode. So 676, yeah, a little bit lower. Probably would have been close to 900, I reckon, if we managed to get 2 of them done. But be that as it may, still a decent amount. I think if we can end up with about 11 to 12,000 resource points by the end of the season, if there are FIA regulations that come in that affect multiple departments, we might just be okay. But I know on previous versions you could do like the ultimate and the major upgrades before the minor upgrades, and it would be a bit weird, but that's the direction we'll go. If it is multiple departments. If it's one department, I think it doesn't matter. We'll probably be able to do it all at the same time. Okay, into qualifying. This will be interesting in the wet conditions. All I've got to do, I think, is just keep it as smooth as I can. Okay, let's send it. Nice and smooth. Don't overdrive. But maybe a bit faster than P14 at least. Come on. How was Norris first? Oh, whatever. Boy. Okay, it's slightly disappointing, I'm not going to lie. I think we're behind one of the back marker cars as well, so yeah. I think around this circuit, it favours us. Mick down in 9th, so clearly not suited to the wet conditions. We're behind both the Haas cars, actually. Both the Haas cars. Okay. Slightly disappointing, I won't lie. But I still think we can do a job from here. Going to need a good start. We're going to need to keep it clean. So the rivalry, we can forget about that. That's long gone. That's been gone since the start, I think, to be honest with you. Excuse me for sniffing. So that will affect my claim a little bit, but we should be able to claw that back with team activities. Of course, nothing negative can come from any team activity now, which is good moving forward, because let's say in pre-season, for example, if we wanted to boost, I don't know, a particular department's morale quite nicely before an upgrade, we can do that. It won't have any negative effect. So it's really quite cool to have the marketing department there as spec free. Granted, it costs a lot, 45 million, and there's only 2 subheadings for that department, where it's something like 42 million to get the chassis department up to spec free, and there's 4 departments there, so it is quite expensive. But I think when you look at the positives once it's done, it's not too bad actually. Okay, nothing really to look at there, so we'll crack on with the race. Nice sunny, beautiful conditions in the Austrian hills, exactly what we need if we're going to try to start this episode off on the right foot with some points. Remember to target 25 points in these 5 races. To be honest, if we win the race here, done, then we can go for more. I'd like more points, of course, who wouldn't? But I'll be disappointed if it's less than 25. There's a lot of pressure on myself there, but I think the car's good enough now, and we've got some good tracks coming up, that we should be able to do it. But we need to start off on the right foot here. Okay. Okay, ahead of Hamilton in P11. Need to be making moves all the time if I can. Up the inside of Ricardo. P10. There's Mick Schumacher up ahead. DRS is now enabled. Need Kvyat to just drop off the back of Schumacher if I can. Oh, that was... Oh, fuck off. That's bad. I now need to go hell for leather here. What was that line, Alex? If we can break that toe from Ricciardo behind, we might have a chance. Fastest lap though. Not gonna do it. It's not gonna be a point. Ah. Wet qualifying factors. Wet qualifying factors. Big time. Don't like the fucking wet weather in this game. Don't want it. AI are too OP. So it starts going to the career mode episode. Not great. P8 for Mick. Expected points came away with fuck all. Oh well, Silverstone next. I mean, if this ends up being a dud season, then it's a dud season, you know. It might happen. Sure, that one. Neither of them are good. Could I move to another team? Is that a viable option for me, moving to another team? I don't think it is. Oh, she sighed because I didn't answer her questions. Oh, I'm sorry, love. I've got more important things to do. Like trying to score more than 4 points this season. Which at the moment isn't looking good. Okay, the rivalry breakdown. Team Acclaim. Their cash as well. No podium, but still 1.1 million. So, you know, if the season for me on circuit is a dud, hopefully we can continue to improve the team in other areas, i.e. re-signing Mick, improving Mick, continually improving Mick. Although, if at some point Mick, I don't know if he can get poached by other teams, get signed by other teams. I don't know if that's a thing in my team. I've never got this far. Obviously, we've seen teams and drivers move around. I assume he can get approached by other drivers, but by other teams, but I generally don't know. But if Mick doesn't re-sign with us for whatever reason, Nick De Vries is looking like a very viable option. So the new sponsors, so we can go straight across to the corporate side and chuck them on the car. Where were they? Okay, this one was front wing, wasn't it? Zanzer can go there. Vacanziero, and on the rear wing end plates as well, we can have some more Vacanziero. Don't know what it's going to be. I'm going to pretend it's a coffee brand. Okay, back to here. So we've got 10 days. We've got an invitational event which we don't really care about. Sponsor advertisement for Team Acclaim is 700, cash 40k. Why not? Simulator training, a full experience for Mick. And then we've got 3 days. You can do a marketing strategy conference, a driver promotion filming for me. Durability doesn't really matter too much. Chassis department focus, yes, brings in 120 resource points. I think we'll continue to improve the team. Oh, and we can do a driver promotion filming here as well. Why not? Why not, indeed. Facilities, we know all about that. R&D, we know all about that. Vehicle, we can now change to second gearbox. Nothing really to look at over here. Mick's experience is now at 50. So the 3 targets for this episode was to get Mick's experience from 49 to 50, to get his pace into the 90s, and to get his racecraft into the 80s. His experience has now gone up to 50, and we've also got some driver training for him, which is going to improve his experience again, apparently. Skipping advances, don't really care. Simulator training was for his experience, which is good. Weekly resources and running costs. A marketing strategy conference to improve the Team Acclaim. And a driver promotion filming for myself. And now the British Grand Prix. So does Mick stay as a level 50? It does, but you can see that it's going to add 19 experience, I think, in turn. I'm not too sure. So apparently he's... According to his stats, right, if this is true, his experience is 69, his racecraft is 93, his awareness is 87, and his pace is 100. Because I don't think his pace can really improve that much anymore. It'll be interesting to see what happens if we do some simulated training for him and it improves his pace. We go there and it's still plus 11. That will tell me that he's basically maxed out on the pace. We just have to wait for the numbers to catch up. Maybe they get updated periodically. I'm not too sure. If that's the case, probably within a season or two he'll be a 100 driver everywhere, and he'll be the best in the world and better than his dad, and then probably the best of all time. And we're languishing down in 14th place in Austria after picking up a penalty. So yeah, polar opposites, I think. Anyway, British Grand Prix, Silverstone. Let's hope it's dry. Home event. Never scored points here before. I'd like to change that. Let's just hope it's dry at least. That'll be the most important thing. We don't need or want it to be wet. Quick swig of drink. Okay. Cool. Qualifying race is nice and sunny apparently. British summertime in full swing by the looks of it. Well, if that wasn't the longest black screen of my life, I don't know what is. I nearly fell asleep. Okay, so messages. No. Okay, next year's regulations. We are getting changes. Alex mixed some important information for you two. Looks like we're probably going to have some regulations changes next year. We think this will affect multiple departments, but we aren't yet sure which ones. This is what we were prepared for. Be cautious when it comes to investing in upgrades, as we may have to start adapting them for next year if and when these changes are confirmed. So, we are going to find out, probably next race at Monza, which departments are going to be affected. Multiple departments, so at least two. If it's one of them's a durability department, that's fine. If it's powertrain and aero, or aero chassis, or chassis powertrain, then we'll just have to see how we go. And this could be what changes everything for us, because hopefully if it's, let's say, two departments, we can get everything redone, hopefully, and then the other teams might not. And even if we don't make progress, at least we won't lose anything. So there we go, we finally got the confirmation. Silverstone setup, which we are going to tweak a little bit. 6 and 3, whack that down. Yep, I'm fine with that. Okay, fuel management. So multiple departments. This is what we've been planning for all season. Looks like it's going to happen for us. Exciting times for next season now. Okay, fuel management program and Silverstone should be okay. Bump the wings up a little bit, so hopefully we don't have any oversteery moments in some of the high-speed corners, because we don't need that. Okay, so far so good. Creeping up the green, over half a second up inside the delta. So quick through there now with all of the upgrades you've got in the car, and we've still got more to come, so the car will continue to improve a little bit more. 208.8 through the speed trap is a bit mad at Silverstone. Nearly 2.3 seconds inside the delta. That's slightly crazy, but I think we'll have a go. Have a tyre management one. Why not? I think this might be the first time we've seen this one. So ideally, again, you want to get into the purple and be green in the delta. Sort of heavy steering. We'll see that drop down. So in corners like this, you kind of want to be nice and smooth as well. It's all about smoothness, really. Let's see, give this one a go. So far, okay. See a little bit of a lift off there, and you can see that that ticker went right up into the purple. We're doing okay, yeah. Not bad. Not bad. 2 practice programs done, both in purple. I was only really planning on one, but I think now because we've got multiple departments coming in, we don't know how many that's going to be. We should probably do 2 at every track. So Mick was fastest. Happy days for him. Where were we? 16th. Okay. So good pace here. Okay, what does she want to ask me? I think the only one we can really go for is Guan Yonju there. Throw some shade at Mercedes, why not? Yep, no problem. So 804. Nice, not bad, not bad, not bad. Creeping up towards level 23 with the recent team activities we did to improve the team acclaim a little bit. With every level that goes up, of course, the sponsorship money, prize money, weekly income all goes up just a little bit more. This is good. We're still thinking about this season and where we can finish and what we can achieve. Probably really going to need me to pull my finger at my arse and actually start scoring some decent points, because we could slip back from 4th. But we finish the season in 4th place. I think will be a very good result. Largely down to Mick Schumacher's performances, let's be honest here. We're 4th in the constructors and I have 4 points. I can't really say that it's a team effort at the moment. I'm just sort of dragging my hind legs along like a wounded dog at this point, whilst Mick is he's the racehorse, absolutely galloping away into the distance with multiple podiums so far this season, and this is only race 7, so that tells you how well he's been doing. Hopefully we can get in amongst it. Austria was disappointing. Could have had a point, but lifted braking a bit too late behind Kvyat there, I think on lap 2. Had to take avoiding action, otherwise I would have creamed into the back of him. Picked up a 2-second penalty for it. Otherwise that would have been a point. hopefully we could do a good job here in qualifying and get ourselves back towards where we should be, where we need to be. Okay, here we go. One shot quali around Silverstone. Ah, that'll hurt me a little bit. Bit of a mistake there. P14, it looks like we've pretty much spent most of that lap. So I think they'll be ahead of both the Racing Points, Haas, Alfa Romeo and Williams cars. Hopefully we were nice and close to the rest of the midfield though. Mick was 6, Gasly took pole, that's mad. Sort of on their own there a little bit, aren't we? Okay. 8.5 tenths separates the top 13. Jesus, it's close. It is close. Probably going to need a few extra upgrades. Of course, we'll have to wait to see what happens going into season number 6. We could make gains and everyone else makes shockingly bad lows. Of course, some teams as well could still make games. We'll just have to wait and see. Mate, it could be really, really good news going into the beginning of the next season. Of course, it depends. Multiple departments means at least 2. I kind of want it to be like 2 departments. Any 2 that isn't durability, basically, is what I'm saying. Because if one of them is a durability department, yeah, okay, it doesn't really affect performance. We've only done one little upgrade over there because we had some spare money to do so. I'm sure we'll find out going into the next race at Monza exactly what then departments are going to be. And then the real fun begins. Imagine if it was every department. I have seen it. It has been known. I have seen picture proof from other people's My Team career modes that sometimes it is like all departments, every single upgrade that you can possibly do. Messages pre-race, we don't need to pay attention to that. Brand new gearbox as well for this race. We're now into the 6th race and we changed all our engine components over before Austria as well. So looking good in terms of performance of the car, just not looking that good in terms of my own personal performance. Starting P14 here, we can try a little bit of work. Again, we're going to need a good start. I swear these black screens get longer and longer. Okay. No penalties from anyone ahead of us. Lights out and away we go at Silverstone. Oh, I got a massive tag from behind. Oh, hello, you're still there. Okay, P11. Not great. Don't try it, mate. Know your place. I mean, that AlphaTauri is shockingly fast, we know that. Where am I going? I'm turning in, fuck you. Don't want to be down here scrapping for P11. Good, you two go side by side and slow each other up. Let me fuck off into the distance, please. Still pretty much side by side. Right, we're 2.5 seconds back from Ricardo, so we might already be fucked on points. I'm just making up lines here. I reckon we're bollocks. Spent so long fighting the bozo that's behind me that these guys have disappeared and all in each other's slipstream as well, and with the DRS. All we can do is just keep pushing. Purple in sector 3, so we have pace. Big queue of cars up here. Which we are slowly catching, but Perez and Ocon have now sorted out their dispute and they're catching me. Need these guys ahead to start fighting. Some of them are, actually. Might be a chance. Okay, final lap. Might be a chance here. Oh, wow. Something's definitely happened up ahead there. Maybe someone has slight wing damage, I'm not too sure. No! Hi! Don't mind me, I've just shit myself. Okay. Oh, tyres are hot. Okay, so what I could deduce from that was pushing too hard, ran wide, hit the grass, lost the back end, spun the car around, gave Gasly the absolute shock of his life. Going well this episode. Ah, Nick DeVries is a white circle. Well done Gasly for winning the race at least. Didn't see Mick Schumacher in that train, so he might have snuck onto the podium. But yeah, this isn't going well. I've already got one mind set on next season, to be honest with you. So it was Gasly, Bottas and Mick Schumacher. Norris was fourth. Something happened there between them guys. Lance Stroll had a 3-second penalty as well. For I don't know what did he do there to get a 3-second penalty. He ignored the yellow flag, so he must have overtaken someone there. When I was backwards, I had a couple of collisions. Me and Sainz did. Oh, that had been at the start, yeah. Oh, Norris and Kvyat hit each other. Oh dear. Yeah, Gasly, Bottas and Schumacher. Yeah, okay, GG for Schumacher. That brings all 4 of the secondary sponsors. Their goal bonus is all done now, because it has to be finished 14th or above, 12th or above, 10th and above, and get on the podium. Well, we now have some questions for this young lady. The podium finish for your teammate we'll be celebrating with him tonight. Aero department are invited. Powertrain, chassis. I mean, chassis is probably the way we'll go, I think. So, might as well boost their morale a little bit. What do you think went as quick as your teammate today? Did you see the last lap? No, I have no comments about the collisions. I don't care. Yeah, you're welcome. I don't really care too much about your opinion, it means nothing to me. Okay, the after we breakdown, we actually drew that with Guan Yonju. Team acclaim, we might be... Oh yeah, we've dropped back a little bit, obviously, due to our poor results. Cash, 1.83 million we gained there from all of our secondary sponsors, so that's very helpful. And now we get to focus on Monza, the Temple of Speed. Okay, we've got a couple of weeks. They've had a season break, that's fine. Activities, power department focus, G-Force training, racecraft 4, team building, secondary sponsor, that's good for the team, sponsor event, that's good for the team, that's good for money, and then power department, power team building. I mean, yeah, we might just do that anyway, just to get the extra resource points in. There's nothing else we can really do, is there? What is the chassis morale like at the moment? Build time decreased by 2%, failure chance decreased by 1. But as we know, we now need to get factory spec required 3, so there's not a lot we can do over there. Okay, we'll advance the time. Nearly at 8,000 resource points. Column will be at 12, I reckon. I think we'll be good with 12. So over 31 million now, that's good. Power equipment upgrade comes in, some extra resource points, power department focus, extra resource points, weekly resources, and running costs. We can now start the season break. I don't think we've got anything else left to do. We might have one more activity. We do power team building. Okay, whatever, sure. Team building exercise for the powertrain department, improves their morale a little bit. More weekly resources and running costs come in. So that's good. 37, nearly 37.5 million, nearly 10,000 in the resource points. The chassis department is going to cost us 10, 25, 37, 52 million. The aerodynamic department is a little bit less, 10, 22, 34, what's that, 49 million, plus we're going to need 11 million for Mick. His racecraft stat is now 79 and his pace is still at 89, so we might be able to get them both into 80 and 90. Driver market, we know what's going on here. I don't think there's any maybe other teams that have drivers that have disappeared. Only one Mercedes, we know that. No, everyone else is still there. Okay, right, off to Monza then. And now we kick off the second part of the season. I'd like to say that. I don't know about Monza. I'm a little bit indifferent about this. I think we might have to just go for the skinniest of rear wings. Just to right, here we go then. I'll speak from. Alright, listen up everyone. They've announced the technical regulations are changing. Oh, okay. Our hard work could be undone if we're not careful. So let's figure out how to mitigate this. Developments we have, and let us know what you want to invest in protecting. Alright everyone, let's get on top of this. I'm trying to work out what accent that was. Bad Australian? I don't know. Right, here we go. I am rubbing my hands together. As you can probably hear, it might sound like something else, which is probably disturbing. It's an 18 plus fucking stream, so don't worry about it. Okay, right. What departments are affected? This could be really exciting. I do kind of want it to be 2 departments that are not durability, because I think we will make a massive improvement. If we don't, if it's like 3 departments, we get them all done or something, and then we go into the new season and everyone else improves and so do we, we're like, oh, well, that was a waste of fucking time, wasn't it? But we will wait and see. Okay, into the workstation. We'll skip forward to FP3. Qualifying in the race is going to be dry, so that is good. Oh, it's all very interesting now, isn't it? I'm sure as well we're going to get an email or a notification at some point about Lewis Hamilton. He's not on the driver market. We can't sign him if we wanted to. There it is at the bottom. There's a retirement announcement. It's the weather forecast. We know it's dry. High cash balance. Who's retiring? Lewis Hamilton. So there you go. We've now lost Vettel, Raikkonen and Lewis Hamilton. So a seat is available at Mercedes. Drivers will probably move around. Don't think there's going to be another retirement announcement. There may be before the end of the season. But there we go. Usually when a driver at the beginning of a season isn't on the driver contract list, it means at some point their announcement is going to be is made. Here's some interesting news. Looks like Lewis Hamilton is going to be retiring from the sport soon. We'll keep you posted if we hear anything further. Yeah. Okay. So we're winning the rivalry against Guan Yongzhou. That's good. Here we go then. R&D tree. Once I click on this screen, we'll work out what it's going to be. Durability, powertrain, and chassis. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. There you go. So the aerodynamic department is left alone. The chassis department, powertrain department, and the durability department are getting fucked over by the FIA. So what we do is we can do all of these pretty much whenever we want. So we get the ultimates done first. Then we move on to the majors. And then the minors. Ah, right. Okay. Ultimates are done powertrain. There's no ultimates in the chassis department. So now it is time for the majors. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. And that one. That was a lot of work. Not many minors left over there. Okay, we have some majors over here. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. Buggered. Okay, right. So there we go. If you look at the screen now, fuck that durability one. If we lose it, we lose it, whatever. Not too bad. 3 races left to go, plus some weekly resource points coming in and now, and plus some practice programs as well. We're not looking too bad there. That's okay. That's okay. I will take that. Still think we're going to lose some. So we really need to focus on what's more important to us. But no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, right. Championship standings. Mick Schumacher's now 4th. We're now tied with McLaren for 4th. AlphaTauri have pissed off thanks to Gasly's win. So we're now in a battle with, and Ferrari have closed up. Wow, Simtek, McLaren and Ferrari all separated by 4 points. So we can finish 4th, 5th or 6th in this. So a little bit unnerving. Okay, FP3. Let's go put some low wings on the car and absolutely just send it. 2 practice programs. Because we're kind of going to need to have to do it. Because I don't really want to be losing any upgrades. Okay, I believe I have a Niao setup. There it is, my Niao setup. 2 full wings is good. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Fuel management should be good. Car's going to feel a little funky in the corners, but it should be an absolute rocket down the straights. You'll probably be bouncing off the limiter most of the time. Okay, fuel management program. We should absolutely shit all over the delta coming down the main straights. We are bouncing off the limiter. Pretty sure I clocked 219 mile an hour. That's the fastest I've ever seen. I don't know what it's like in kilometres an hour. Someone do the maths. A rocket ship, isn't it? Probably at 210 before parabolica. Had to lift off just a little bit there before the end, but nevertheless we managed to get it done. We'll do a tyre management one again. That could be quite interesting, I think. Just see what we are like in the corners. Things like the Ascari chicane here, I think we can do pretty comfortably in 6th and 7th gears. There's a car ahead of us. According to the track maps now for Romeo. So we might catch him before the end of a lap. Speed, I have all the speed. Take the piss a little bit over them curves, so I have to remember that. Oh. Nice and easy for Ascari to get that ticker into the purple. Nice and easy through Parabolica as well. We're over a second in the Delta, so nice. Almost called out Alfa Romeo, probably in a slipstream. There we go. We managed to improve our lap time as well by about a 10th, but you know, it doesn't really matter too much. But still, 2 practice programs done very comfortably in the purple. We can now advance to qualifying. Where were we in all this? Mick was 11th. We were 14th. Okay, 2 seconds off, but sure. But yeah, okay. Okay, that's fine. Who was fastest, by the way? Verstappen. Of course he is. we're well prepared. Don't you worry. We're doing okay. Yeah, I did enjoy myself out there. I do like Monza. So Louisa's point 700, 808. So, okay, that's pretty much a major upgrade. Or maybe we've got enough now for 2 major upgrades. It might be the chassis department done, then it's just the little minors that we can pretty much do with every week that passes. Might be the target anyway. Okay, let's chuck ourselves into qualifying. Let's hope for a good one. Full send, baby. Let's break some land speed records. Okay, edit that first corner. I'm pretty sure 223. I don't know. Gasly, come back, please. Okay, we can take the piss at that first chicane. Second chicane, save. Oh, that's not good. Forgot about the factor in hot lap mode. I'm sure we can bring it back. Okay, P16 isn't brilliant. Okay. I think some cheeky dive bombs are going to be needed at the first couple of chicanes. Hamilton down in 12th. Yeah, your career is over. Yeah, okay. In the middle. Ahead of the 3 back marker teams, but a couple of tenths off the midfield. Seems to be the story of our season, really, doesn't it? Shut up, not interested. Shut up, not interested. Okay. Yet again, we've put ourselves in a slightly difficult position where we have to sort of take risks to find the rewards. Italy's fun though. Okay, back at the workstation. Hi Alex, how are you feeling? Apprehensive, I think is possibly the way to describe it. Straight on the good. Good to see. No long black screen. Oh wow, them lights went out quick. Ah, bollocks. Renault are sponsored by Yahoo. Who the hell still uses Yahoo as a search engine? Anyway, enough about that. A lot of jinking about ahead of us. Contact fucking everywhere. We've got to get ahead of this fly if we can. Piss off Leclerc. Okay, 11th. Ah, we're back in 11th. You're not going to beat me in a straight line, bro. This is all going to be about slipstream, this. So much faster in a straight line. Oh, I'm out of EOS. Oh, that's not good. We're not out of this yet. Oh, well, now we are. Shall I have a cheeky restart? Yeah. Treat ourselves to a cheeky restart. At this point, rules go out the fucking window as far as I'm concerned. I know I said at the start of this, if it's damage after that one, then we don't showcase it. No, as far as I'm concerned, bollocks, I want points. Hi, just joining in the party. Save it IOS just along here, because you know we'll catch back up in the braking zone for the second chicane. We can pull your Kvyat out of the way. Okay, this time it's better. P9, look at us, we're in the points. Oh, fuck you exceeding track limits. Don't know where Mick is in all this, but I can see that Pierre Gasly is absolutely fucked off. Gaining. Okay, save the OS. Oh, there's Mick. He's in... It looks like 6th. Well, which Mick's through the first chicane probably isn't a good idea. Taking the piss over the curbs a little bit. Don't judge me. Okay, DOS. There's quite a few of us in this little train. Oh no. I have no words. Okay, that was a shocking corner cut. You might be wondering why I let Guan Yonju through there. I'll show you. Dairy milk power. $223. Wow. I now have all the back markers behind me. And I think I want to kill myself. Well, everyone, welcome to the episode where we decide to build for Season 6, because Season 5 is fucked at this point. Bye! You can't even keep up with me and you're in my DRS. Gasly is a monster at the moment. That's another win. Gasly's won at Monza. I'm pretty sure I've heard that one before. And we bottled a points position. Pretty sure I've heard that one before as well. No. No. For the first time in a long time, I disagree with that decision. Well done, Gasly. That's another race win. I don't know how many he's picked up now in his career mode. It's quite a few. It's quite a few, like half dozen. Don't know where Mick was. Definitely ahead of us, as he has been all season. Well, 2 races left. Mexico and Brazil. Oh, wow. It's an AlphaTauri 1-2. That is disgusting. Bottas was 3rd, Verstappen 4th, Mick Schumacher down in 6th. We were 13th. Yeah. I mean, there's not too much to say about it, is there, really? That one's chassis, yeah. No, don't know. Was it something else? Yeah, my inability to drive a car. Well, somehow we managed to win the rivalry. Don't ask me. Team Acclaim, getting back up to level 16 slowly. Cash 1.1. Now we look forward to round 9 of 10. We could do a little bit more work, I think. In Italy and Mexico, there will be, I think, a few weeks worth of resource points coming in. So, yeah, okay. Should be able to get more stuff done. Weekly resources, 17. We were new with Payne T, whoever the fuck they are. We'll skip through as well to the customization, just get them back on the car as well. The old lag that we get because I'm streaming, which is dumb. Where were they? There. And I think towards the back as well, yes. My tyres on the right hand side have holes in them. What's that about? I don't want holy tyres. Holy tyres, yes, but not holy tyres. Okay, corporate side. How is Mickles looking? Okay, 92 rating now, which is mad. Any other sponsors running out? DSB Optics soon. Okay, that's fine. Activities. Chassis department focus brings an extra resource points, that's fine. Anything from Mick in terms of improvement? No. Durability, chassis points. Sponsor, it's all about resource points at this point, isn't it, really? Team acclaim's quite good for that one. Oh, man, we've got 2 days. Okay, we'll do a durability team building there, just to fill the gap. Okay, we'll advance the time. So we'll gain some resource points off a department focus, off of an equipment upgrade, weekly resources and running costs. Sponsor event in-depth factory tour improves your team acclaim, because it'd be nice to get to level 23 before the end of the season. Durability team building, weekly resources and running costs. And we can now start a season break, 3 weeks long. Piston rings, you can see there on the 24th, that's the final upgrade coming from Mercedes, so that's now done. Second driver press tour increases mix acclaim, and second driver PR filming increases mix acclaim quite a lot and brings in 40k in cash, and we can do nothing else after. We can't choose another one, unfortunately, so that's fine. Yes, okay, we'll advance the time, get some more weekly resources and running costs in, and then we can skip back to the R&D department, do a few more upgrades, and then go into Mexico. Don't know how many we might end up with, probably around about 3700 I should say. Piston rings comes in, so a little upgrade there from the powertrain department, weekly resources and running costs, and then the Mexican Grand Prix. Okay, right, back to R&D. So you can see there then that the 6th and final little upgrade has now come in. So over to the chassis department. Let's get these major upgrades done. And then I think we'll scoot back over to the powertrain department just to get most of these done as well. It doesn't really matter which ones at this point. Do that one. Do that one. Do that one. That one. That one. That one. That one. 146. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. I don't think we're going to get them all done, to be honest with you. I think we're going to struggle. The cheaper ones obviously at the beginning. If you look here, the chassis one, I don't think it's going to tell us, is it? No, it's not. View description? No. Okay. Recommend upgrade? Obviously no. Okay, we'll get the powertrain department done. Durability can fuck off, not really interested in that. Chassis, I don't know. I think we're going to lose some. I think we are going to lose some, unfortunately. Now, the way around it is we do all the practice programs at Mexico and Brazil, and we should have enough. But this is a sprint mode championship. We don't waste our time doing 742 practice programs. If we lose upgrades, we lose upgrades. It's fine. We can deal with this information. I'm confident we can get a majority of them done. What's the big thing? There's not really a big break between Mexico and Brazil. Maybe a week, maybe even less. We might not even get the weekly resources in there. The big question will be between Brazil and the official end of season. And I might have to leave it as late as humanly possible. And we might just be able to get a few upgrades, extra upgrades done. If we can get it all done, then great. The powertrain department will be fully done. That's fine. There's one minor left. It's like 220 resource points or something like that. We can definitely get that done. Chassis, well, the majors are all done, so that's always good. Dry enough for Mexico, as it is always going to be. I just don't think we might. I think there might be like 3 or 4 minor upgrades we're going to lose, which means it will take a hit, but I'm just hoping that all the other teams take a bigger hit. I'm hoping they do. I'll be so like, oh, what the fuck is this? If like we're pretty much the same, or we've gone backwards. All the other teams have maxed out all their departments, got everything done, and then made improvements as well. Don't think that's the case. 3 departments, remember, got affected. 3 departments. And the AI do invest in the durability department. We haven't. They will, naturally. I don't know why, but they will. So, it's a crapshoot. It really is. Flip a coin in the air. It's like that. We'll either gain massively, or we won't. We'll either win or lose. Okay, workstation then. So messages. Yep, we know about the high cash balance. We are saving. You don't need to tell me that. Driver details. Still average finish of 15th. Average grid of 18th. Still won the fastest lap. 24 points. Not great. Okay, so as I said, the performance side of things. Yeah, I think we're going to lose some chassis upgrades. It is what it is. As for progress history, Mercedes and Red Bull are still developing their car, which is mad. So we're now the third best on paper. AlphaTauri, McLaren very close together. Big gap back to... oh no, Ferrari are right with them as well. But there's a bit of a gap back to Renault, a bit of a gap back to Racing Point, who've really been poor this season. I don't think they've scored a point yet. In fact, I know they haven't scored a point. Williams continuing to pull away. Big upgrade there from Alfa Romeo to jump ahead of Haas. Other than that, there's nothing else really to look at. Mick's fourth in the championship. We're still fourth in the constructors. He scored 82 points. I've scored 4. And yes, Racing Point have yet to score. Shocking behaviour from me. We're now 6 points ahead of McLaren, 11 ahead of Ferrari. Renault have some points, but they're too far away. AlphaTauri have now overtaken Mercedes. Well, and Pierre Gasly, yeah, he's not going to win the title. But I tell you what, he's given Max Verstappen a run for his money. So fair. Let's have a look now. How many races has Pierre Gasly won in his career? So, not there. Not there. Oh yes, there. Italy. You can see down in the bottom. So there his best result was 9th. He won in Italy there, so that's 1 race win to Gasly. In season 3, he won at Australia in a couple of seconds. So that's 2 race wins. Season 4, Gasly didn't win. Had a 3rd in Brazil, but scored a lot of good points in the season though. And now in season 5, Gasly has won the last 2 races. So in this career mode, Gasly has won 4 races. And that P1 at Italy was a bit of a flash in the pan, by the way. So yeah, fair play to Gasly. Okay, we'll go into FP3. I'm going to take a very short restroom break. I'll be back with you guys in about a minute or two's time. Okay then. Scroll to the bottom. I remember this. Mexico. We've been enjoying a tyre management one, haven't we? Last couple of weekends that we've done here, last couple of races. So I think we'll send it again. Okay, at the final corner, across the line. Let's get this done. Top end speed should help us with the delta, which means we can ease off a little bit in some of the corners where we might struggle with the tyre wear. Punching 215. Very good in the delta. Be a second up. What might save us is the left right we're about to come into. If we take it easy through here. There you go. Lost a few tenths, but in the purple. Nice and smooth lap time, isn't it? Losing a little bit out of the final corner, but done comfortably. Good stuff. We'll give the ERS one a go. Clear track behind. Not ahead though. Don't know who that is ahead of me. Looking at the track map, it's a... Is it a McLaren? Yeah, it is a McLaren. Give it the beast before the line, of course. Probably about 7 or 8 tenths up by the time we hit the braking zone. Almost a second, actually. Give it a squirt of the ERS, why not? Good so far. And Austria set up around Mexico. I can understand it. Long straights, a couple of areas where you've got the heavy braking. I mean, you've got the fast flowing corners in sector 2 as well, so which kind of mimics the double left-hander you get in the second sector Austria. We always lose time in sector 3 though, which is slightly annoying, but there you go. That's 2 practice programs done in the purple. Absolutely what we needed to do. Yeah, good stuff. So Mick was 9th, Gasly first again, well done to him. We were 15th, so again, we've got pace. Just trying to tidy it up and just try to have some sort of a decent end to the finish. Yeah, I'm happy. Shut up. Oh, I missed the resource points there, but it looks like about 830 odd, so that's good. We're still level 15. We were 16. Poor performances have pushed us back a little bit. Team acclaim, it might be level 23 by the end of the season. So far the weekend's going okay. Okay, one shot qualifying. Let's come on. Let's focus. Let's nail this. Mexico has been good to us every season. I think every season we've had a strong run here. Come on now. Get the slide-ons dropped me down from first to wherever it is now. I can't really focus because I'm at this section of a circuit now. P10. P10. Probably could have been a bit better. But we definitely can do work from here. Just get me a point. That's all I want. And we out-qualified Mick by 9 thousandths of a second. A tenth faster would have been 6th ahead of Gasly of all people. So close there. Look how close it is. 9 tenths separates the top 15. And then a big gap further back, which is customary these days. So after we break down, we continue to pull away from Guanyu. 12 to 9. Team McLean. Oh, we're back into level 16. Not just yet. That's fine. We always get an end of season boost as well from these sort of things. So, yeah. Here's to hoping. Well, I'm not really too bothered about personal acclaim because we've got all the perks that we've needed now. It's more to do with well, if anything, the team acclaim. That generates more money for us. Okay, back in the workstation. Quick checking the messages. Nothing important. Let's head to the race. Right, starting 10th. Is that our best qualifying of the season? As disgusting as that sounds. So we remain in P10. Let's go for it. Not a bad launch. Oh. Oh, fuck off. Oh, it's gone. Okay, we gained a position. I'll be able to gain another one here. In fact, we'll gain two. Fuck it. Elbows out at this point. Our straight line speed will be a bit mad. Now we're behind the super quick Gasly. So good at that final corner, it's disgusting. Oh, that was wild. Good news is we're slowly pulling away from Ocon behind. He might be out of our DRS range. And you're not too foreseeable future. Oh, fuck off. I was out of control. Okay, we just got to fucking go for it at this point. We've got a 2-second penalty. Start battling behind. Okay, 1.6 at the line. Okay, we're not going to jump Albon, but we might be able to just stay ahead of Ocon. Might be okay here. We might pick up some points. Got, yes, P8. Ah, it equals up. That's a second. I should be driver of the day. Fuck you. Wow, 4 points. I think it's hurt us in the constructors though. Well done, Max Verstappen though. I nearly said Fax Verstappen then. I don't know who Fax Verstappen is, but Max Verstappen wins a title. It's the third time in a row now, I think. Well, GG all round. And then we've got the final race to look forward to. And some more upgrades and just see what happens. Nice to score some points though, Jesus. Yeah, well, Maxi boy. So we were 8th then with that 2-second penalty. We were quicker than the guys behind us, I think. Apart from Mick, he was faster than us. Really had to push there a little bit. 2 tenths ahead of Ocon at the end, but it's a P8 for us anyway. Mick unfortunately down in 11th. As for the standings then, going into the final race, Verstappen's won the title. Bottas and Gasly are in a battle for P2 and P3. Albon and Schumacher are in a battle for P4 and P5. We stay in 14th. Going to need a bit of a miracle really if we're going to jump any higher. As for the constructors, AlphaTauri overtake Mercedes. We're now level on points with McLaren. Ferrari 14 points behind. So don't think Ferrari are going to jump us. Has to get ahead of Williams due to countback as well. We might just do it here. We might just do 4th. But if we end up finishing 5th, then it's still season on season progress. And that's all we can ask for. So the rivalry breakdown against Guanyu Zhou. 3-2. 15-11, that's good. Team McLean. Yay, back up to level 16. Mick's nearly at level 17. We're very, very close actually to level 23. So we'll definitely be level 23 at the end of this season, which is nice. It'll improve all the money that comes in, of course. We didn't get a podium position, but we got the other 3 results, so 1.1 million. So again, just a little bit of extra money. We need pretty much, I think, 60 million by the end of this season to re-sign Mick. Well, we can definitely re-sign Mick anyway, but if we wanted to re-sign Mick and get either the chassis or aerodynamic department up to spec 3, which would just leave the other one to do, we're going to need about 60 million. I think we're going to get there with the prize money and the sponsorship money. I'll be surprised if we don't actually. Now, how long have we got between Mexico and Brazil? I reckon it's only a few days, so just have to see. Weekly resources and running costs did come in over the weekend. We've got 10 days actually. We can renew with DSB Optics, so we can get that chucked straight on the car now. And we can keep these... we'll probably keep these sponsors going, to be honest with you. Now, they were on the wing, weren't they? Or the nose, I should say. And then they were on side pods as well. Here we go. So, DSB Optics back on the car. We've got some activities that we can do. Simulator training improves his experience. Anything here for resource points? Nothing for resource points. That's a bit disappointing. What we can do... yeah, we can do a visit sponsor headquarters. It generates a team acclaim quite nicely. And the sponsor advertisement for the vehicle. So a vehicle sponsor, we can improve the team acclaim quite nicely as well. It'll probably be level 23 by the time those will be done. And it generates a bit of cash as well. So that's good. Nearly 51 million in the bank. So that's good. We can advance the time. So we can get some more weekly resources in. We are now level 23, so you can see in the top right, that's good. Weekly resources come in, that's all good. Happy days. We'll definitely be over above 60 million. In fact, we could probably be close to 80 million by the end of the season, because if you look at the corporate side of things, has the sponsorship changed? I think it has, hasn't it? Goal for 8, 10, 11. Yeah, it has a little bit. So that's all good. Goal bonus, pretty much 17 million. That's going to put us up to, well, yeah, nearly 70 million. And prize money as well could be well into the 80s. So yeah, we could definitely get one of these done. Yeah, that's all good. R&D, right, we need to do some more work over here. So we'll get the powertrain done. There we go. Now some of these are cheap because they were early on, 262. Some of these are actually quite expensive, 462. So I think the thing to do is get the cheaper ones done. There we go. 250, 275, 250. Yeah. 275. 287. 300. 283. If we get... Oh, I don't know. It's going to be so close. So close. I reckon after Brazil, for definite, we should be able to get 3 of these done. It then depends how long the break is. And we'll get also weekly resource points will come in over Brazil as well. So we might be able to get 4 of these done. It really does depend on how long until the end of the season. But we'll go to the race weekend then. Okay, we're at the workstation. Overcast but dry for both qualifying and the race, which is good. And we've done okay at Brazil in the past. Not as good as Mexico, admittedly, but we have scored points here before. So it'd be nice to at least pick up a 10th place again if we can. But our season compared to the mix has been shocking. It's probably the best way to describe it. Okay, so back in the workstation. Messages, weather forecast, we know that. High cash balance, we know that as well. You don't need to keep telling me. Average finish up to 14th now. Yay! Slowly improving. Okay, this is the R&D tree. We all know about that. There's nothing else we can do. None of these are all insufficient resource points. We can do that, but I don't care. I want to get the chassis department done. We are close. Nothing in progress, of course. Progress history. No one's done anything. So, there you go. Off to FP3 then. 2 practice programs in here. Time management will not be a good one. We've been pretty successful with that in the past. So, yeah, we do have a setup for Brazil. Somewhere. There it is. Yeah, we'll do the field management one first. And then we'll probably do the tyre one as well. 2 nice, quick, easy practice programs. Don't know how many resource points will generate. Hoping for around 800. So we definitely have enough to get 3 more upgrades done. I think there's 6 or 7 left, isn't there? This one should be fairly comfortable to do. The long back straight and the main straight as well should help us. And we're pretty good around sector 2 as well. There's a wild line through there, we'll ignore that. Got to maybe to stay away from the inside curve there at that left-hander. We've seen in seasons gone by that I've hit that and it's lost us a little bit of time. Well into a delta, well into the purple. Easily done. So now the tyre management one we can do. Starting to get a little dark, but shouldn't manage. Shouldn't matter too much, I should say. Okay, this one should be fairly comfortable. We just got to take it smoothly. Maybe not as smooth as that though. But we do have the magical ERS button that can save us. Purple in sector 2 as well, that's nice to see. Delta's good, we're in the purple. 2 practice programs locked in nice and quickly. Just what we want to do. So we can advance time to qualifying. Mick was 4th, we were 14th. So we have good pace here. kind of what you want to see going towards the end of the season, isn't it, really? You know, just an upturn in fortunes. 700, 810. So yes, up to over 1,000. So that's very, very handy. Now we can get ready for the all-important qualifying session. Again, I tell myself this before every qualifying session, just to keep it smooth, don't overdrive the car. You're in hot lap mode, so which is ERS mode number 2. So, you know, braking distances have to be considered. You're going to be approaching every corner slightly faster than you would be in practice when you felt like you did perfect laps. And if you keep braking at the same point as well, you're going to be overdriving the car. That's not what you want to do, etc, etc. And it's just trying to find a nice balance. It's very difficult one-shot qualifying and 5-lap races against the AI because they don't make any real mistakes. If it was a normal 18-minute short qualifying session that you see in the league races, then, you know, things do go wrong, AI do make mistakes, and it is more balanced. But in a situation and a scenario like this, it's all hell for leather. No, I want another go at that. That was bollocks. Okay. This time I'll shut up and drive. Fucked it. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, we're closer. Mick was up in 6th. We're fighting McLaren, so 4th and 12th. So Mick's got to be battling Kvyat, and we've got to be battling Norris. We were ahead of the racing points, quite nicely actually. But we should have been a bit better. Still, look at that. 14th. Just under 7/10 away from, I think, Albon that took pole. Yes. Gasly 2nd. Oh, same time. 1st and 2nd separated by the same time. That's mad. Fair play. 7/10 off. We're down in 14th. So close. And that has been a bugbear all season, to be honest. It was a bit more spread out. I think our qualifying positions, when we have ended up in 14th, 15th, 16th, probably would have been on the fringes of a top 10. But that midfield is just uber competitive. Right, if we break down, we know we pretty much won that against Guan and Zhu. We're level 16, Mick's very close to level 17, which is slightly disappointing. Still level 23 for the team acclaim, which is fine, and we can accept. Okay, final message check. Nothing to note. Everything's okay. we're going to go to the race, and I'm going to take a very quick break just before we do, and I'll be back with you guys for the final round of season 5. And finally we're here, and finally we have all the departments to be upgraded. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we are then, P14 on the grid. Final race of season 5. Can we snatch a point? Be nice if we could. Here we go. If I could not be assaulted, that would be absolutely amazing. Okay, well it's P11, which means you made a good start at least. Finally see Bottas off for 10th. That might be it. Okay, DRS now enabled. Which we have. Oh. Might be at a DRS range here, I'm not too sure. I've got a McLaren up in third or something like that, that's not ideal. And it's because of the constructors, so I think we might be losing 4 spots to the McLarens, but we might be able to keep 5th over the Ferraris. Both of them are ahead of us, but Mick's ahead of both of them. Bottas is a little bit too close for comfort here, but we've got the ERS. Final lap of season 5 and I'm almost shit myself here. Oh, fuck off, Bottas. Gadget sets the fastest lap, Albon wins the race, I nearly crash. When we come over the line then, it is a P10 in the final race for the season. I set myself a target of 25 points in this episode. We scored 5. Driver of the day means nothing at this point, unfortunately. It just... I mean, it could have been better. Should have been better. Would have been better. The wet qualifying at Austria screwed us. My driving talent screwed us at Monza and Silverstone. Mexico, we managed to hang on. And we've picked up a point at the final race at Brazil. Now the exciting shit happens, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? End of season. So, Albon wins the race. Gasly second with the fastest lap. Kvyat on the podium. So that confirms McLaren will be 4th in the constructors. Mick was 6th. We were 10th. Excuse me. So I'm pretty sure that we're 5th in the constructors, which again is improvement over the previous season. Verstappen wins the championship, 32 points ahead of Gasly, so he gave him a push towards the end. Bottas down in 3rd, Albon in 4th, Perez 5th. Good strong season for Mick then, 90 points linked with Perez. He had a P2 at some point in this episode, which is why he's ahead on countback. Hamilton ends his F1 career down in a disappointing 7th place. Kvyat, Norris and Sainz in the top 10. We finish on 9 points down in 14th, behind both the Renault drivers. To be honest, looking at the way the car was, I should have beaten both the Renault drivers and probably been close to the Ferraris, but it is what it is. Lance Stroll, Guan Yu, then Russell, Giovinazzi, Nick De Vries, Antoine Hubert, Kevin Magnussen, Nicholas Latifi. In the constructors, there is the confirmation of it. Red Bull win the championship ahead of AlphaTauri. Mercedes a little bit way back in 3rd. McLaren do jumpers at the end for 4th, but we finished 15 points ahead of Ferrari. So again, 5th place for us this season. That's good. That's, you know, we had a couple of 8s and then I think think we might have had 3/8 and then maybe a 6th and a 5th now, so we are showing improvement. Ferrari of 84, Renault 30, Racing Point failed to score, and we're still waiting for Alfa Romeo, Haas and Williams, who don't jump Williams at the end there, for them all to score their first point of this career mode. Boost up the chassis department, might make things a little bit cheaper. Yeah, stars didn't align, but yeah, I'll always take a point. I'd like more, but anyway, that is the season done. Now we've got the exciting part. A lot is about to happen here, boys and girls, so rivalry breakdown then, 4-2 against Guanyon Zhou, which was always expected to do. Races remaining, I don't think there's any races remaining. Indeed it hasn't, so the rivalry has been won. Team Acclaim, you can see there, 16 and 16 for me, 23 overall for the team. And then finally the money from the race weekend, just 3 of the 4 sponsors, but it is still a nice healthy 1.13 million, so it has gone up just a little bit. 100k as well, which I never really show, just picking up base payouts, no damage, that sort of thing. So up to $56.15 million, all very nice. Right, here we go. I'm going to open a beer, which might be a bit weird at 9:45 in the morning, but I am a night shift worker, so it's 9:45 in the evening for me. And now we can have a little play around with various things, sponsors, liveries, departments, getting things redone on the research and development screen, and prize money, re-signing Mick, and yeah, could be an interesting next 10 minutes, I think. Okay, weekly resources and running costs come in. We've also got 3 extra weeks of weekly resources and running costs coming. So I'm confident that we can get everything redone. Okay, activities. Well, we're going to need as much resource points as we can. Reaction training for Mick, why not? How much more have we got? Oh, we can get all these done. Yes, we can. So aero team building, sponsor advertisement, bit of money, bit of a claim for the team, marketing strategy, bit of a claim for the team. Okay, so we'll leave everything as it is at the moment, and we'll do this. No, what we'll do, we'll see where we stand. So cheapest to most expensive. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. We'll get them all done. We'll get them all done, guys, and we might have a little bit of money left over. Okay, so durability department focus brings in a little bit of resource points for us. Power equipment upgrade, weekly resources and running costs. Reaction trading for Mick, aero team building, sponsor advertisement for drivers, that's good for the team Acclaim, weekly resources and running costs. Good stuff. So then we can go to the driver market and have a look. So if you look there, all of the stats that we do, all the training we do from me, get the plus 15, plus 14, whatever, if that was all automatically put on Mick, there's his stats: 67 experience, 95 racecraft, 92 awareness, 100 pace. We're going to go to the driver market, just have a mooch about. No one's really good enough, really. I mean, Nick De Vries, that's what I mean when you look at his stats there. 53 experience, 82 racecraft, 88 awareness, 84 pace. which is pretty bloody good, to be honest. But yeah, we'll stay with Mick anyway. So renegotiate with Mick. Let's see what he's asking. So cash, yeah, we've got plenty of that. Personnel, marketing, he wants that. Team acclaim, he wants that. We'll go low risk again, which is quite expensive actually, but that's fine because he might be able to get himself some driver perks. He'll definitely re-sign with this. And there we go. So at the end of the season, his experience actually went up to 52 in this episode. So it went up from 49 to 52. His racecraft did hit 80. His pace didn't hit 90, unfortunately. But still chipping away at old Mickle over there. He might be a fully 100 driver by the time the season's done, but I very much doubt it. Messages, driver retirement. As expected, Lewis Hamilton has now officially left the sport. This could cause some other drivers to move around, so don't be surprised if the grid gets shaken up a bit. Okay, performance. Right, here we go. Get that done. Get that done. Look at that. We've done it. We have done it. The powertrain and chassis departments are fully legalised, and we'll even have time to get that cheeky durability upgrade done as well. Or should we? I don't know. We can't do anything over here. And we might have enough money to get the aerodynamic department. 48 million. How much is it going to need? 10, 22, 34, 47. We can do it now. Because Mick's re-signed. Ah, no, we're a bit short. Okay, that was a girly scream from me. Okay, that's a bugger. Marketing strategy conference for the team. Press interview, I don't care. Weekly resources and running costs, which you can stop now very, very quickly. So facilities, we can get done. We can do this. What is the resource point generation? 200. Okay, we can do it. There we go. We'll go into the new season and the aerodynamic department will be spec free. We've just managed to do it. Which just leaves the chassis department, which will probably be at the end of this season as well. However, we do have sponsor bonus payout and prize money payout coming. So depending on how much of it is, this chassis department might get done quicker than you think. As for R&D, 763. I don't think there's anything else we can do now. We'll have a quick look. Yeah, so the aerodynamic department, I don't think there's anything we can do. We'll lose this little upgrade. We might as well get it back done, shall we? I mean, we could do powertrain fully done, fully legalised. Chassis not done, fully legalised. Aerodynamic was unaffected, and at the beginning of the new season would be spec free, so we can get 1, 2, 3 of those upgrades done. We might as well keep the durability department one there. Why not? Just for arsehole's sake. So there we go. So at the end of this season, the durability department for us is plumb last by a mile, but we know that it's not a problem. Powertrain department is the best. The chassis department is actually quite down a bit, but we know we've still got a little bit of work to do. And the aerodynamic department is the best as well. So that kind of tells me that when you look at the chassis department, and we've still got a few upgrades left to do, and the fact that we're nowhere near the top kind of tells me that most teams have maxed out the chassis department, and they're probably quite close to the powertrain department. A lot of them are very close to the durability department. So I'm expecting some problems for some of these teams going into the new season. So we'll finish the season, and now we can get everything ready. The team colours, the livery, which will change around a little bit as we do with every season, and obviously our engine supplier as well. We'll probably stick with Mercedes if their durability is 100, and their performances as well. There we go, 16 right up for us. Mick goes into level 17, big boost for the team as well. Getting close to level 24 already. Okay, the big money, this is it. What do we get? Nearly 17 million and 20 million for finishing 5th. That's a massive hike. 38 million. That's good. That is really, really good. And finally, the season complete. So on the left, 9 points for us, 14th in the championship. 90 points for Mick Schumacher, 6th in the championship. It's quite clear who the number one driver in this team, isn't it? Let's be honest, it ain't fucking me. That is, I mean, we scored 10% of his points. 10% of his points were us. Should have been more. Hopefully it will be going into season 6. So as I just sit here waiting, I'm eager to see what's going to happen. Now I'm not going to look at what is going to be changing in for season 6. Character will stay the same. Team details. Okay, we've got Mick Schumacher, Mercedes. Okay, so the durability department and the performance department, because they were affected, have obviously affected the manufacturers as well, because those are some shocking stats. 77, 80, 80, 82. Mercedes are the best, quite clearly, and we've got the money to spend. But there you go. When the durability and the performance departments get fucked by the FIA, it affects the upgrades that the durability department has done. Like the Mercedes durability department and the Mercedes performance department. So I'm on about them 6 little icons that we get at the beginning. For example, in this episode, we had the last one done. We've lost them all. Because if the powertrain or durability department has to be redone, you can redo all of the upgrades you've done, but the upgrades that come from your supplier, which are these 4 here, you do lose. So, all the engines are bollocksed. We'll stick with Mercedes, as we have since the start, purely because they're the best. Now, if it was a case of Honda were the best, or Renault or Ferrari, or anyone else came in, we'd sign with them. But because Mercedes are the best, we'll stick with Mercedes. They've been good to us. We'll stay with them. Okay, sponsorship. Now, Mick Schumacher is killing it at the moment, so we could probably go for something a bit better. Weekly income and goal bonus. And 100 constructors champ. We hit 99 last season. Well, what was it for Slingshot Fuel? Let's call it 17 million and 930k. Not really 930. That's quite mad. Even that's not as good. That's not happening. That's not happening. That could, but again, it's a little bit less. I'm tempted to stay with Slingshot Fuel. That weekly income is very, very nice. We're going to do it. We're going to stay with Slingshot. There we go. Simtech F1 team. Keep it as the same. Slingshot Fuel, Mercedes, Mick Schumacher. Nothing changes there then. So that's good. Team details, that's fine. Livery select. Okay, so let's edit this a little bit. Can we go for something a little bit different? Okay, we'll change your colour. So 180 on that. Saturation nice and high. Keep it at 100. 180. Saturation. 100. Black can probably be blue. At 160. Saturation and luminance at 100. And then the yellow. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot actually. That looks nice. Dairy Milk car lives on. The purple and the blues are the prominent colour, and there's a splash of white in there. That's nice, that is. I like that. We're having it. We are having it. So we'll equip that bad boy on the car. That's good. Team badge select. That won't change ever. Team colours. We'll press that button. Purple, purple, blue. Damn, that's fine. Actually, no, it won't. Purple, white, blue. There we go. And now we can advance. Okay, the calendar. 10 races. Australia can get to fuck. Okay, so we need to add a new circuit. Bahrain, China, Holland, Spain can stay. Austria and Silverstone can stay. Italy can stay. Mexico, Brazil. I don't mind Hungary, to be honest. I've been flirting with this for a little while about putting Hungary on there. Singapore, no. Russia bores me. Japan, difficult circuit. USA, crap. Abu Dhabi can get in the bin. Vietnam, no. China, Monaco, Azerbaijan, Canada. France is a bit dull. I think Hungarian gets on there. Why not? So we might have a little bit of a break before the first season. It really depends. You know, as I said before, now we're taking the first race out. We don't know if it's going to extend our pre-season a little bit. Bahrain will be a standalone event, and China, Netherlands, Spain is a triple header, if that makes sense. It's been a big break. I mean, Austria, Britain, Hungary is a triple header. Probably a little bit of a break. Then Italy, then another bigger break, and then Mexico and Brazil together. So yeah, we can advance with that. One shot, 5 laps, 100%. That's fine. Gameplay settings, everything stays as it is. Driver moves are on, of course. Assists. Does it say anything in here about the weather? It doesn't, so we're buggered. Okay, well, confirm the settings, and here we are. Pre-season before season number start of season number 6. You can see there we've got general durability coming in because all the durability and powertrain upgrades for Mercedes have been lost. Weekly resources, running costs, car reveal, more weekly resources, running costs are in the Bahrain Grand Prix on the 19th. So it's 25th of February, 19th of March. It has extended it just a little bit, which is good because we can get maybe some upgrades, a little bit more in the car. You can see there in the top right that we end this season pretty much 40 million in the bank, 513 resource points, 23 team acclaim. We will though check the aerodynamic department as it is now spec free, and we'll just see how that looks. Ooh, that's a proper wind tunnel, that is, isn't it? Hey, look at that. That's nice. That is really, really nice, that is. Geezer there on the laptop, probably checking out something he shouldn't. We'll get a security onto that and remove him from the site if he's looking at something a bit dodgy. But no, the livery looks nice, doesn't it? You can have a look at the chassis department as well. You can see it there. Powertrain, well, that's just the engine, isn't it, really? Durability is still 0, but we will probably do some work on that once the chassis is done. How much is it going to cost? 10, 25, 37, 52. So we're close to it. We are close to it. I'm not going to look at anything else. That's all going to be at the beginning of tomorrow's episode. But as you can see, we've got some activities to do, some messages to do, some upgrades to do. We can have a look at we've already looked at the facilities. We can have a look at the R&D and see what has changed for ourselves and also what's changed for all the teams. We can have a look at the vehicle, the corporate side, to see who's moved around as well, and sponsorship and all the money that's going to be coming in. And obviously the standings, everyone's back to 0. So this is the exciting part tomorrow. We start a brand new season, season number 6, into the second half of this 10-year season career mode. Whether I go all the way to the end, I don't know. As soon as I won the Drivers' Championship, it's over. That's it. If we do it this season, we do it this season. It really doesn't matter. But yeah, there's a marketing department. That looks really swish, doesn't it? Really happy with that. So there you go. That is the end of season number 5. Difficult and disappointing on track, but in terms of that aerodynamic department looks puckered, doesn't it? That is really good. Anyway, if you have liked what you've watched so far and all the other live streams I've done on this, a like and subscribe would be very much appreciated. Follow me on Twitter. It's the most social media platform that I'm very active on. If you look at my pinned tweet, it basically tells you what the live streams are going to be during the next course of the week, and it will be so far. If you're wondering what my Twitter handle is, same as my PSN username, Alex Lilliart. So search it up, find me, give me a follow, drop me a message, say hi, criticise me if you want. I don't really care. It's always good. I don't mind. Anyway, there we go. We're ready now for the start of season 6. This could be the season, depending on what the R&D has done to all the other teams after those 3 departments had to get redone. The big one, it really could be make or break for us. We'll just have to see tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Thank you very much for watching, and see you all very soon.